Hey, beautiful people. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today, I want to talk to you and let you know 3 reasons why I will never, ever, ever go back to a 9 to 5. And if this video found you, I'm sure you can relate to some of the things, if not all the things I'm going to list to you. So the first reason is because it stifled my creativity. Like, oh my God, working these set 9 to 5 schedules or 8 to 4. And when I lived in Phoenix, I was working on Eastern Standard Time, I believe. But because of the time zone difference, I would work from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. But this was working from home. Either way, it was still stifling my creativity because I'd be, just answering phone calls or dealing with clients and customers and not really having the time or the energy to think about my own dreams and what I wanted to fulfill on the side, away, aside from the job. So with me and how my circadian rhythm works, between the hours of 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. is when I'm the most productive, when I'm the most alert, and when I can, when my creativity is peaking at its highest, and when I am able to just flow, basically. So those are the hours that I would love to work for myself. But because I was at work, and I'm not complaining because it did provide a source of income for me to fund my dreams on the side and to pay my bills, of course. But I would have wished that I had more time to just focus on me. So that's the reason, or one of the reasons why I'll never go back to a 9 to 5, because it stifled my creativity, took up too much of my time, and I was kind of regretting not having that time to focus on myself and my own dreams. So now that I've stepped away from the 9 to 5, even though I am still currently working as a housekeeper, and it's still technically I work from 8:30 to 4:30. Yeah, no, 8:30 to 4. Um, at least I'm not bogged down to a desk answering phone calls, dealing with angry clients or clients in general. At least I have my mind free. I can put in my earbuds, and when I get a spark of creativity or when a certain idea comes to my mind, I can just go and write a note down on my phone and not be interrupted. So I'm thankful for that. But yeah, ultimately, I'll never go back to a traditional 9 to 5 working at an office or even working from home, because it just uh, stifles my creativity and I hate it. Number two, I am an introvert. I am a hardcore, unapologetic introvert, okay? And that does not mean that I don't like people or I don't like talking to people. So the thing is, with introverts, we enjoy deep conversations, meaningful conversations. When I was working for somebody else in these offices and in these work from home settings, these meetings that they would have, especially when they first start off, like the first 10 or 15 minutes or so, I can do without that small talk. Like, let's cut to the chase. Let's, get to the point. I hated being in the meetings where they talk about, oh, how was your weekend? And what did you do? How's your such and such? All this people that just tell all their business. I'm like, oh my God, let's hurry up and get this over with. So I hated that. And I say that I'll never go back to 9 to 5 because I'm an introvert, just because of that, because I did not like being on them calls, just talking about nothing, talking about the weather, talking about how's the weather in Phoenix. I wanted to say, if you pull out your phone and just type it in, you can see that it's hot down here. Come on now. Whoa, okay. Woosah. Let me calm down. So yeah, and also I just hated being on those calls where, it'll be the weekend. No, not the weekend, but on Fridays, they'd be like, oh, we made it through another week. Then on Monday, you'd be like, oh, happy Monday, y'all, happy Monday. Then Wednesdays, they'd be like, we're almost there, almost Friday. I'm like, oh my God, we gotta deal with this every week. I just couldn't take it no more. I was tired. I was perturbed and annoyed. So that's number two. The second reason why I will never go back to a 9 to 5, because of all that useless small talk, because I'm an introvert, and also the gossip too. I hated workplace gossip. I hated being in the middle of it, the midst of it. Like, why are you coming to me with this drama? I have other things I need to be worried about. I have my own stuff that I'm dealing with on the inside, and I have sense enough to not drag anybody else into my own drama. So leave me out of yours. Number three, I also do not like being told what to do. I hate having to ask for PTO. when I need time off or whatever, a mental health day, whatever. I hate asking for time off. And then I also do not like not being in control of my own finances in the sense that, okay, this is the salary I'm going to make this year, and we get a 3% raise, which is hardly nothing. I mean, it's something to be grateful for, of course, grateful for all things. But when you're an entrepreneur, you have the ability to make unlimited amounts of money, however much money you want to make. But when you're tied down and bogged down to a job, you can only make however much they allow you to make, put it plain and simple. So if you sign a contract and you didn't know how to negotiate your salary beforehand, so if you sign that contract saying that you're going to make 60K a year, that's what you're going to make every year going forward until you get a raise or until you get promoted. That's what it's going to be. Otherwise, entrepreneurship, you can add on different services. You can raise your prices whenever you want to. You can work whenever you want to. Hopefully, you're not too like a daisical to where you're just working whenever you feel like working. If you have that ability to do so, then that's cool. But entrepreneurship is a grind. But I don't want to get into all that right now. Let me just talk about the third reason why I'll never go back to a 9 to 5. Okay, so I was talking about, the limited cap on your salary, and then also getting into, asking for time off. I did not like that, especially when my father passed away in 2022 and I had to take that bereavement. And they told me, take all the time you need, even though every week they were asking me, how's it going? When do you think you're going to come back? They were just, doing this fake checking up on me to make sure that I was, in a sense, hurrying up, getting over my grief. And I just didn't like that feeling. So I despise asking somebody for time off as a grown person, getting permission to take a couple of days off or a month off for FMLA or just whatever other reason. If I don't know, if my tire is flat and I need to go and get my tire changed or put air in my tire before work, I don't know, it just made me feel like a child in a sense to be asking for time off or to, get permission to take a few days off because I'm sick or not feeling good. And yeah, I just didn't like that. Then you have certain people looking at you all crazy when you do come back to work from being sick because they decided to come to work and cough and sneeze everywhere, and you had the sense enough to stay at home while you're sick. Then they say, little slick stuff about, oh, I made it through. I'm strong. I came to work when I'm sick. Who cares? You're an idiot. That's what you are. You're not strong. You're an idiot. To come to work knowing good and well you don't feel good, but you risk the health and safety of your coworkers just because you're trying to be strong and prove a point. No, that is not smart. Okay, so this was excellent. And sometimes these videos, they kind of feel like a sense of therapy for me because I'm getting things off my chest regarding the workplace and 9 to 5s. But I do know that working as an entrepreneur is not for everybody. So please don't let me unconsciously influence you to be an entrepreneur. This is just me telling my truth, telling my story in hopes that some people can relate to it. But by no means am I telling you to quit your job and go into entrepreneurship because, again, it's not for everybody. But like I said in a previous video, sidepreneurship, I think everybody should have a side hustle, no matter what it is, whether you decide to, I don't know, wash somebody's clothes on the side or babysit or, I don't know, meal prep after work for your clients or for your family and have them pay you for that. I believe that everybody should have something to do on the side because one source of income is dangerous. So with that said, that wraps up today's video. Those are my 3 reasons that I'll never go back to a 9 to 5 because I had my creativity stifled. I'm an introvert and I did not like asking for time off. So again, that's today's video. My name is Jara. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, like, comment, share, do all the YouTube things. And I'll see you next Wednesday. Thank you. Bye-bye.